They're elusive, mysterious, and vanishing faster than we can save them. From deep oceans to forgotten jungles, these are nature's ghosts, the world's 10 rarest creatures. In the Gulf of California, a tiny porpoise fights for survival. The Vaquita, the rarest marine mammal on Earth. Fewer than 10 remain. Their biggest threat? Deadly gill nets set for the totoaba fish, underwater walls that trap and drown vaquitas. Conservation patrols risk everything to remove these nets and protect the last vaquitas, but time is running out. The fate of the vaquita hangs by a thread. Will we act before silence falls forever? In the snowy forests of the Russian Far East, the Amur leopard, only about 100 left, moves like a phantom. Hunted for its fur and squeezed by habitat loss, this solitary cat is a master of stealth. It caches kills, leaps incredible distances, and survives in a shrinking wilderness. Conservationists fight back with protected parks, anti-poaching patrols, and camera traps. Each ghostly image captured is proof of hope. The population is slowly rising, but the threat remains. The Amur leopard's survival depends on continued vigilance. Its silent footsteps remind us that resilience is possible, but only with our help. The fight is far from over. On Java's western tip, the Javan rhino, just 80 left, clings to survival. Hunted for its horn, it's now confined to a single park, vulnerable to disaster and invasive plants. Conservationists clear invasive palms and guard against poachers. Rhinos wallow in mud, leaving scent trails, a silent language in the forest. Every birth is a victory, every loss a tragedy. Plans are underway to create a second population as insurance. The Javan rhino's future depends on relentless protection and habitat restoration. Its survival is a race against time. In the misty Annamite Mountains, the Saola, Asia's unicorn, remains a mystery with fewer than 50 left in the wild. Rarely seen, it is known only from camera-trap glimpses, proof of its elusiveness and fragility. Deadly snares, set for the illegal wildlife trade, threaten every Saola that remains. Conservationists race to remove traps and protect the Saola's shrinking forest home. The fight to save the Saola is a race against extinction. Will we act before this unicorn vanishes forever? In China and Vietnam, the Yangtze giant softshell turtle is down to just 2 known individuals. Habitat destruction and hunting decimated this ancient species. A new female found in Vietnam offers a glimmer of hope, but uniting her with the last male is a monumental challenge. These turtles breathe through their throats, living quietly in deep waters. Scientists now use environmental DNA to search for more survivors. Every negative result is a blow, but hope persists. The fate of a lineage millions of years old hangs by a thread. Will we find another before it's too late? On New Zealand's islands, the Kakapo, a flightless nocturnal parrot, has rebounded from the brink. Once decimated by introduced predators, just over 250 now survive thanks to intensive conservation. Kakapo breed only when removed trees fruit, and males boom for miles to attract mates. Every bird is named, tracked and cared for by dedicated rangers. Artificial incubation and hand-rearing boost survival. Each chick is a triumph of human dedication. The Kakapo is a symbol of hope, proof that extinction can be reversed. Its quirky charm inspires global support. With vigilance, this booming parrot walks away from extinction. The Kakapo's story is one of hope restored. The northern bald ibis, once revered by Egyptians, now survives in small colonies in Morocco and through bold reintroduction in Europe. Habitat loss, pesticides and persecution nearly wiped it out. Conservationists teach captive-bred birds to migrate using ultralight aircraft. Social rituals and lifelong bonds define this quirky bird. Protecting nesting sites and safe foraging grounds is key. The ibis's comeback is a story of innovation and hope. With continued effort, its ancient flocks may return to the skies. The future depends on our commitment. On a tiny Panamanian island, the pygmy three-toed sloth, fewer than 100 left, depends entirely on mangrove forests. Island dwarfism made it smaller, but also more vulnerable. Habitat loss and illegal poaching threaten every individual. Remarkably, it swims between mangroves and hosts algae for camouflage. Conservation focuses on protecting mangroves and working with local communities. Every tree felled is a catastrophe for this specialist. The sloth's fate is tied to its fragile island home. Protecting the mangroves is its only hope. In Mexico's Xochimilco canals, the axolotl, famous for its eternal youth and regeneration, has vanished from the wild. Pollution and invasive fish destroyed its habitat. The axolotl can regrow limbs and even parts of its brain, making it a scientific marvel. Thousands survive in labs and as pets, but wild populations are gone. Conservationists restore habitats and hope to reintroduce captive-bred axolotls. The axolotl's story is a paradox, a healer we failed to protect. Restoring its home is our last chance. Can we bring this water spirit back from the brink? We travel to Kenya, a land of vast savannas and incredible biodiversity, a place where the story of survival and extinction is playing out in real time. Here, within the protected confines of a conservancy, live Najin and Fatu. They represent the last of their kind, the Northern White Rhinos. Their existence is a poignant reminder of the devastating impact humanity can have on the natural world. These precious individuals live under constant armed guard, a necessity born from the relentless threat of poaching. Their safety is paramount, a symbol of our commitment to protecting what remains. Decades of relentless poaching, driven by the insatiable demand for rhino horn in traditional medicine, drove their kind to functional extinction in the wild. A once thriving population decimated, leaving behind only these two remaining individuals. These two females are the end of a lineage, a stark reminder of what we stand to lose if we fail to protect our planet's biodiversity. Sadly, they are both unable to reproduce naturally due to age and health issues, further complicating the efforts to revive their species. Their lives are quiet, a peaceful existence within their protected enclosure, watched over by devoted keepers who dedicate their lives to ensuring their well-being and comfort. But hope remains. Scientists have created embryos in a lab, a beacon of possibility in this otherwise bleak situation. Using frozen sperm collected from deceased male Northern White Rhinos, preserving their genetic legacy for a chance at future revival. The plan is to implant these embryos in Southern White Rhino surrogates, a closely related subspecies. It's a technological moonshot, a complex and challenging endeavor pushing the boundaries of reproductive science, our final hope for the subspecies. A last-ditch effort to pull them back from the brink of complete oblivion. The rhino's story is a monument to loss, a somber reminder of the consequences of unchecked human activity and environmental destruction, and a test of our resolve to correct our past mistakes and prevent future extinctions. Will science bring them back from the precipice of disappearance, offering a second chance to a species on the verge, or will they become legends of extinction? A cautionary tale whispered through the annals of history. Their fate is in our hands, a responsibility we cannot afford to take lightly, a burden we must carry with unwavering determination. And in a petri dish, a fragile vessel holding the hopes and dreams of an entire species. The world is watching, waiting to see if we can rewrite this tragic narrative and secure a future for the Northern White Rhino. From the ghostly Vaquita to the last rhinos, we've seen beauty and fragility on the edge. These are not just statistics. They are the final echoes of ancient lineages. Some, like the Kakapo, show that hope is possible. Others, like the Saola, are slipping away. Action is urgent. Protect habitats, fight poaching, and value these lives. Your awareness is the first step. Let these stories haunt us into action so future generations know these creatures as living treasures. The wild is calling. Will we answer?